Hello, everyone. Welcome to A to Z English Test Preparation. My name is Saqib. I'm one of the IELTS experts at A2Z Language Training Center, and here I'm going to assist you today with your most complicated IELTS learning part, which is reading task types. So we are going to discuss in detail today one part of the reading, one task type of the reading, which is called true, false, and not given. So without wasting any further time, let's get on to the slides that I have for you today. Let's get started. All right, so again, welcome to A to Z General English and an English Test Preparations Training Company. A to Z English Test Preparation provides online interactive training for English test preparation and general English language courses. So don't forget to visit our website. So let's just go on to the subject that I've mentioned earlier. So let me shift the slide, and there you go. Okay. So in the IELTS reading part, there are 11 or 12 different, 12 to 13 different task types, okay? And this is one of them, which is called true, false, not given. And we are going to learn these super methods and the skills that could really help you to get through these difficult types of questions, okay? So let's first overview all the task types before we get into the details of the true, false, not given questions. Please make sure that you're having a pen and paper handy so you can note down any important information that I share, and make sure at the end of this video you understand the concepts of a true, false, not given questions correctly so that you can embed this learning into your self-practice, which is again a key of getting high score in the IELTS. There are the task types. If you look at the task types, task types. If you look at these task types, there are 12 to 13 as per the Cambridge official guides that says 12 to 13 different task types of the IELTS exist. Just to name a few, type 1 is a multiple choice question, true, false, not given, information matching, heading matching, sentence completion, summary completion, feature matching, matching sentence endings, blah, blah, blah. So all these different types of questions exist in the IELTS. Now we're going to talk about today the one which is highlighted. It's called true, false, not given in our session today. Please make sure that each task type evaluates your certain key micro skills in the reading tests. So make sure that you understand this, that each task type evaluates certain key micro skills, which is a part of our training when it comes to running a complete course, okay? So let's go over this particular type of question that can really help you to understand the real concept of a true, false, not given question and what approach you should use to fix the problem created by these questions. So stay with me. Next slide, please. Okay. Before stepping to the next slide, let me just again walk you through a bit of myth kind of thing about the true, false, not given questions. The general perception about true, false, not given is that true, as it is evident from its name, that it refers to something which is true to the question, what it is asking for. False, this means that it is against the information given in the question as evidence. But not given is one of the most complicated question type out of even this type. Not given, generally people believe, as it is evident from its name, that it is not available or it does not exist or its information does not exist in the IELTS reading passage from where the question is asked, which is extremely wrong. Again, if you say this, that this true false not given is the concept of the true false not given is that the information of the question is not given in the text. This is the general belief, and I often questioned this to professionals and students who are preparing for an IELTS, and they landed at this answer, which is an absolutely incorrect. Make sure a lot of tutors out there in the YouTube also reflect this kind of information, which is again absolutely incorrect. And information that we are bringing to you are verified, tested by the IELTS test developers. And you can check the references as well. So true, false, not given. The myth I've explained that it is not available. Particularly not given is not available in the text. So let's go to the next slide and understand the real concept of a true, false, not given questions. Okay, so I'm sorry, shifted the wrong slide. I lost my mouse. I'm not able to locate it. Probably it's a white screen, so let's go over it, get over it. Okay, so so the questions ask you to say whether the reading passage provides supporting evidence for an idea, says the opposite of an idea. The passage does not have enough information to check whether the idea is true or false. So this is the real concept. True means that the information given in the passage is according to the information in the question, and it agrees with the information in the question. Whereas the false means that it disagrees with the information of the question. And not given means, please understand this clearly, as it is the most ambiguous question type. The passage does not have enough information. Please focus on the word. The passage does not have enough information to check whether the idea is true or is false. So the point is not that the information related to the question and not given question is not there, but there is not enough information to support that this is true or false. So when you reach a conclusion that it is neither true nor false, then eventually it is going to be not given. All right, so let's now practice this technique on the text excerpt taken from the authentic IELTS preparation material. Thank you very much. Let's get on the next slide. Okay, there you go. If you look at this slide, what this slide mainly talks about, the subject of the slide is urban heat. Now let's read, and I'll give you a few minutes to read yourself so you can continue reading. Also, I will pause for a couple of minutes and allow you time to read these passages. In 1818, Luke Howard published The Climate of London, in which he identified an emerging problem: urban development was having a direct impact on the local weather. The early 1800s was a time of a great expansion for London, and Howard noticed that temperature in the city was gradually becoming higher than those in the rural areas. We now refer to these areas as urban heat islands. The difference in the temperature is usually greater at night, and the phenomenon occurs in both winter and summer. The experts agree that this is due to the urban development, when open green spaces are replaced with asphalt roads and tall bricks or concrete building. These materials retain heat generated by the sun and release it through the night. In Atlanta, in the US, this hasn't even led to thunderstorm occurring in the morning rather than, as is more common, in the afternoon. Officials there are advising builders to use light-colored roofs in a bid to reduce the problem. So we read this urban heat article taken from the authentic Cambridge University IELTS material. Now we are going to have a look at a few questions, and we are practicing true, false, not given questions. On the next slides, there are 3 questions which are going to, which are asking you to verify either they are true, false, or not given from the information given in this passage titled Urban Heat. So let's go over to the next slide and read the questions. The questions say that Luke Howard invented the term urban heat island. Luke Howard invented the term urban heat island. So you can read the words first. Now you can read the whole question again. I'm allowing a time for viewers, so you can read the question completely. And then we'll go back to the text again, or even if you can write down the question, that's again better. Luke Howard invented the term urban heat island. So let's, if you have read this question clearly, let's go back to the text. Let's clear the annotation. Okay, so Luke Howard published The Climate of London. So I allow yourselves to mark the question, like, is it true, false, or not given? And I'll take a pause so you get a time to find an answer of this question. Okay, all right. So now when you have found the answer of this question, if it's true, false, or not given, whatever it is, keep it with yourself right now. I'm going to review the answer in a while. But before that, I would also use a general, or you can say the majority of attendees in the past, when I gave them these questions, they gave an answer of a true, considering that they haven't really understood the concept of true, false, not given question. I'll teach you one important technique here as well that you have to be really careful about. You have to analyze the keywords in the questions and make sure that you're also aware of synonyms, which is another technique that we teach in our complete training program that allows you to land at the correct answers. First, you have to focus on keywords. Keywords means a noun or a word that contains a major part of information. In this question, let's analyze the keyword. Here is a keyword. Luke Howard is a noun that you can locate in the passage. Invented the term urban heat island. So we have to verify. Remember, the question is the boss. We do not have to add anything from our own selves. We just have to listen to the boss. And if we don't listen to the boss, we are expelled. I'm sure you like this analogy. This means that we have to just listen to the question. Luke Howard invented the term urban heat island, which means that Luke Howard invented the term urban heat island. And if you go to the question, based on those who mark this question as correct or as true, is a learning point for them that they actually intermingled or mixed or forgot the word invented. And here the writer has used the word called noticed. Noticed. So what the Howard noticed did not invent. Notice is something that exists already. An invention or invent is a word reflects that something does not exist and it actually comes into being from the first time. So Howard noticed this reflects or reveals that the term or the phenomenon already exists. Notice the temperature in the city were gradually becoming higher than those in the rural areas. We now refer to these areas as urban heat island. Now, he noticed, did not invent this phenomena, and then we now refer to these areas as urban heat island. It's we as a plural noun. We, not the whole word, give the term. The message that this sentence gives that it is not the Howard who noticed or who discovered or who created the term urban heat island. It is we who are referring to it now, which means not in the time of Howard. So this question is false. This question is false because Luke Howard, we have to verify this, that Luke Howard is the one who invented, but the text says he did not invent. He just noticed the phenomena, and we now refer to this as urban heat island. It's we, people living in this era, not in the era of Luke Howard. Okay, I hope you understand this technique. So make sure that you focus on synonyms, and what synonyms that you've learned is noticed means that he learned things which already exist. We have learned that the text says we now refer to it, reflects that it is not the Luke Howard who have invented. Coming to the next question. City temperatures are higher than country temperatures regardless of the season. Seems pretty much easier if you understand the concept. City temperatures are higher than the country temperatures regardless. Let me just go a little bit slow. City temperatures are higher than country temperatures regardless of the season. So you may not find the same words there. You may find a paraphrasing of these phrases. So paraphrasing is another key skill that you have to understand. That paraphrasing means that the idea is expressed, the idea is the same, but the information or the words used are different. Okay, so city temperatures are higher than country temperatures regardless of the season. So let's verify this question from the text. Okay, so here it says, Howard noticed the temperatures in the city were gradually becoming higher than those in rural areas. Make sure that you also note down this point that the text is written in a coherent form. So every idea is logically linked with each other. So you cannot overlook the earlier part of the same subject and focus on the second. So make sure that you follow the flow of information in the text. Another key point, please note down in notebooks. You develop a strong sense over the time of that you have to follow the flow of ideas. So the difference in temperatures is usually greater at night, and phenomena occurs in both winter and summer. This information seems to be clearly, easily understandable. Temperature is usually greater at night, and the phenomena occurs in both winter and summer. Now here what you have to focus, the question used the word regardless of the season, but here it used occurs in both winter and summer. It paraphrases. So here a paraphrasing skill is used. The question says, regardless of the season, and the text says occurs in both winter and summer. It reveals the same meaning. So you have to focus on the paraphrasing as well. Okay, so The answer of this question is true. If you continue reading again from the text, that Howard noticed that temperatures in the city were gradually becoming higher than those in the rural areas. So we now refer to these areas as urban heat island. The difference in temperature is usually greater at night, and that phenomenon occurs in both winter and summer. It evidences that it is true. Paraphrasing is a skill that we have learned. Okay, so let's just recap a few of the skills that we have learned today in these practices. First, we have learned the concept of true, false, not given question. The second thing we will learn is understanding synonym. The third thing we have learned is understanding the keywords. The fourth thing that you have learned is paraphrasing. So make sure you note down all these skills that I've just mentioned, and you really focus on these when you're attempting your questions. And I'm sure if you're doing self-practice and you follow these techniques that I've shared, definitely are going to help you. Okay, so let's clear this annotation and go over to the next slide and says what it has for us. Sorry, next question, by the way. Next question says that the experts have failed in their efforts to create heat reflecting concrete and bricks. Again, let's read question. Make sure it's another skill that you have to understand that question clearly, because once you understand the question clearly, it will make the job much more easier. So if you focus on this word, experts have failed in their efforts, understood? To create heat reflecting concrete and bricks. Concrete and bricks. So we have to verify that did expert fail in their efforts, all are keywords, in creating heat reflecting concretes and bricks. So let's go to the text and verify that did expert fail in creating heat reflecting bricks and concrete or not. Okay, so experts agree that this is due to the urban development when open green spaces are placed with asphalt roads and tall bricks or concrete built. These materials retain heat generated by the sun and release it through the night. Now, this does talk about heat stuff, concrete in buildings. And it also mentions the word expert as used in the question, but it is not satisfying the needs of the question, which did expert fail? The question does not support enough to verify that this is true or false. So we landed at an option that this is a not given answer. The answer of this question is a not given because it does not support completely that it can agree to the information of the question or it disagrees. So if you read a couple of times, if you don't understand, you're going to develop an understanding of what I've just explained. Okay, so these are the techniques that we have learned today for developing a good understanding of true, false, not given any question. Please make sure that you believe in this, that we are bringing the material which is authentic. We are using the material which reflects the real IELTS test, and we are also bringing the techniques which are proven, tested, and backed by the IELTS test developers. So thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for your support, for your comments, etc. Please don't forget to share this video if you like, and subscribe, the hit button as well to subscribe our YouTube channel so you can get a notification of our upcoming videos. Thank you very much from an A2Z English and English test preparation family. Visit our website and sign up for a package suitable to your IELTS learning needs. And if you're unsure about which IELTS package is suitable for you, make sure that you send us an email and we'll book a free consultation and a trial class for you. All right, so please understand that we are offering interactive trainings Interactive training means the trainings led by the teachers and trainers. We do not offer at present a recorded or a blended courses. So make sure that you understand our online learning pattern, that we are providing an interactive training, which is much more effective, that you can speak to the teacher, trainer. We have private packages, private training courses, we have group courses, whichever you require, let us know and we'll be happy to assist you. Till then, till the next video or next content, and just goodbye. And thank you very much again for watching. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to give us your feedback. Feedback is a gift. Thank you very much. Have a great day.